my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of the journey. Truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. We do things completely differently on this channel here, so please keep that in mind moving forward. And should the messages happen to resonate with you along the way, it would mean the world to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. Today we are getting the message that came through. It was, now you're in full control of your energy. And we're going to be using the Ask Your Guides Oracle card by Sonia Coquette. And we're going to see what comes through in regards to this message. So Source, my fellow humans are now in full control of their energy. What would you like to share with them? What Ask Your Guides Oracle card will help us better understand this message today, Source? They're in full control of their energy. What card is going to help us better understand the message that you have for them today? These cards are really stiff. Source, what Ask Your Guides Oracle card is going to help us better understand the message that my fellow humans are now in full control of their energy? Okay, thank you. They're now in full control of their energy. What card is going to help us understand the message that you have for them today, Source? What is going to help us understand this message further? Thank you. Alright, on the bottom of the deck, we have surprise from our joy guides. And I just, I can't make this up, but I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart to stay, right? So I do feel like there's an element of surprise here, right? In regards to you actually gaining control of your energy. This is bringing a massive shift into your journey and a lot of balance. And I mean, she's holding this massive purple heart here in her hands, and there's all this beautiful energy that's coming off of it here. You can see that, yeah. And so she's just getting like blasted with this beautiful energy, and there's a lot of hope and good feeling here from this. And so I feel like your guides want to surprise you in regards to this, but we are going to see what's coming and what this message entails for you as we go along. So Source, my fellow humans are now in full control of their energy. What would you like to tell them? What would you like to say today, Source? They're now in full control of their energy. What would you like to say? The 11th house, we have Libra energy, and we have South Node, that you can let go of someone that's been in your energy for too long. They've overstayed their welcome. Okay, this is someone that they've been nudging you to let go of. This should just be a confirmation to your intuition, okay? This shouldn't come as a shock. Like, oh my gosh, who am I supposed to let go of? I do feel like this is confirmation to your intuition, something that you've already been getting and receiving messages on. There's someone here who's very... It's a one-sided situation. Okay, they're treating you like you're gullible. They're treating you like they can get away with bloody murder here, okay? They're very disassociated from the connection in and of itself. This is someone who has nothing to give to you. And you might be like, well, what does that have to do with the message that we're receiving? But there's a message here that Source wanted to come through. And it's in regards to someone that either you know online or that is in your physical presence. This could be a friend. This could be a group that you're connected with. This could be a social media account. There's someone on a social media account that you know you need to let go of. And Source wants to remind you just how protected you truly are here, okay? Source is never going to leave you vulnerable in that type of energy. Even though we might feel we are, we're not. We're not that vulnerable. We're incredibly strong. We're incredibly protected. But our emotional ego likes to convince us of things that are very, very illusion-oriented. Okay, this is a superficial connection. This is someone who does not want to build a deeper connection with you. This is someone who's very passive aggressive, okay? This is an open enemy. And with the South Node energy here, you know this is something that's meant to be let go of. This is baggage from the past. This is something that you are meant to overcome. Okay? Fears to overcome, past life baggage, this path that you followed up until now. This is a lesson, something that's been very familiar. You're familiar with this person or these people. They're comfortable, or they've been comfortable for a part of your older self. But now that you're in full control of your energy, this message is coming in so hard, and a reminder to you that yes, that intuitive nudge that you've been receiving is correct. No, it's not you being overly sensitive. No, it's not you overacting. There's a reason you need to let them go right now, and that's so that you can grow on your journey. Having full control of your energy is a very, very powerful thing. It's a very powerful place to be. All right? And that means that no one is getting the better of you at this time. But sometimes when we have those old energies in our lives, those old things that are happening in our lives, right? Or those familiar things that we know we need to let go of, it can bring us back into a low vibrational energy, and we can actually deter our surprises and our blessings. All right? So Source, now that my fellow humans have full control of their energy, what would you like them to know? Now that my fellow humans have full control of their energy, what would you like them to know? This is a slow process. There's no rush here. I do feel like there's this element of like you feeling rushed. I'm not ready to let go. I'm not ready to let go. And Source is saying like, I'm coming in strong with this message, but it's never ever am I trying to push you to do it in a way that's not comfortable for you. But eventually you're going to have to face the discomfort. Because this is, no matter what, at the end of the day, this is not going to be a fun thing to let go of, right? It's not, it's uncomfortable because that's where we grow at, is in that discomfort. But if you're always waiting for it to be perfect, oh, I'm finally comfortable enough to let go. No, there's going to come a breaking point. And the breaking point is going to be some sort of a trigger that happens where you're just like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. But knowing that consciously, if you're getting the intuitive nudge now, that you can consciously choose to say, okay, I'm going to let go now. Before I get to that point where I get so triggered that I'm tapped out, right? So Source, now that my fellow humans have full control of their energy, what would you like them to know? So we have the Six of Wands. There's an alliance that's waiting around the corner for you. There's also blessings that are coming in for you. Now that my fellow humans have full control of their energy, what would you like them to know? How many cards is this? This is too many. I'm going to put these back. Wait, cards dropping out all over the place. Now that my fellow humans are in full control of their energy, Source, what would you like them to know? Just one card, please. Strength. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we have Justice. And the Magician underneath that. And the Hanged Man. And we're going to go. If they're mystery cards, we're going to keep going. This is a thing. It's changing your perspective because you're about to manifest something amazing into your life. But the justice of this situation, you asked for justice, right? There's something along here. I asked for this to be balanced out. Right? And sometimes justice, like if you look at this card, is so telling. There's the light and the dark, right? There's the shadow and the light side here, and their tails are both entwined around this world at the bottom. And the truth is sometimes hard, right? There's this saying, the truth hurts, but just because it hurts doesn't make it wrong. And sometimes that's what we have to hold on to, is that there's a truth that's coming in here. It's going to rock our entire world, but this is also for, look, a blending of the opposites. This is for you to blend these energies together so that you can bring in this blessing. The rainbow colors coming out very strongly here for you. The blessing is so clear, and that they're saying you have to give yourself credit that you are so much stronger than you think you are. But we also see here with the infinity symbol on this lion's forehead that this is a bit of a karmic experience for you. This is a repeat cycle for you. This is something that maybe you've been told or shown time and time again to let go of this, but it's been difficult, and that's okay, right? Like, we're not sitting here like, how dare you hold on to it? I can't believe. No, no one is saying that. Okay, and if you feel that way, just remember that's how you're feeling about yourself, because never ever is Source going to be up here ever shaking a finger at us telling us we did the wrong thing. Like, even if we choose the wrong thing, it's still not wrong. It's just a detour, and that's okay. Like, you've chosen detours, and that's okay. Right? And so what Source is saying, like, don't be mad about the detours that you've shown, but this is a repeat cycle here, and you have a choice to stop the cycle. And when you stop the cycle, you bring in alliances that are going to help you manifest blessings into your life. Okay, they're going to help you get further. Staying connected with this person or these people right now is creating a huge block along your journey. Okay? But you're in full control of your energy now, which means that your eyes and your third eye is opening up to the truth of this person, these individuals. You're aware. You're aware of their energy. You're aware of their attitudes. You're aware of how they're showing up. You're also aware of how they're draining you. Right? There's this element of not necessarily an energy vampire, which could be the case for some. But there's this element of a guilt trip or playing on your emotional heartstrings or tugging at something that it's like you're fulfilling some sort of role or they're fulfilling some sort of role in your life. And the stability comes from understanding that you are all those roles to yourself. And when you fulfill all of those roles to yourself, right? Whether that's lover, husband, wife, partner, spouse, mother, father, child, auntie, uncle, cousin, Source, like all those things, right? Like, Source is there to help us realize that it's never without. It's not without. It's within. So we have to fulfill all of those roles within ourselves, right? We have to reparent ourselves. We have to become the mother and father to ourselves. We have to love our inner child. So we have to be there for our inner child. We have to embrace our inner child and be a kid again at heart, right? We have to choose to be the lover to ourselves that we want to see in our lives. We have to choose to be the partner to ourselves that we want to see within our lives. We have to choose to become the child to ourselves that we want to see as children in our lives. This is all about reinvesting that energy back into yourself so that it can heal those existing connections in your life. But right now, there's this want that now that you're in full control of your energy, to draw away from anyone who is trying to bring you down to their level, who's trying to bring you into a lower vibration. Now, that could be consciously trying to do that or unconsciously trying to do that. It doesn't matter where this person is, because what Source wants you to focus on right now is honoring your strength and allowing them to deliver justice on this situation. Okay, Source is going to take care of that. It's not for us to deal out justice. It's not for us to deal out quote unquote karma. It is Source that is going to take care of how life plays out for these individuals when you remove your energy from them, whether that's depression, hardships, difficulties in life, whatever it is. It's just intention, and that's their intention coming back on them because you have now removed yourself from the situation. And whether it's good or bad, the thing is that there's still a negative intention here. And once you remove yourself from this situation, their intention only has one place to go, and that's reflected back onto themselves. It's not easy to watch, right? But I feel like the main thing here is that Source wants to bring you into a connection with someone else or a group of people who are going to help you succeed in life, who are going to help bring in this sense of accomplishment for you so you can focus on what works for you in this moment. And sometimes that's not incentive enough to let go, but I feel like Source is just reiterating that your intuition has been correct. So we have House 5 here. Interesting. We have passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. So again, this could be about reconnecting with your inner child. This could be about children in your life. This could be about parents in your life. But I do feel like anything that's coming from House 5 is this is about you coming back to that place of strength. You could have Leo highly aspect in your chart. Leo in the 8th house, Leo in the 5th house, Leo in the 11th house or the 6th house. You could have a Leo moon or Leo rising. This is reminding you that it's okay for you to have fun again in life. And I feel like dealing with these individuals has left you feeling less than, like, what did I do wrong, or what could I have done better, or what could I have shouldered more of. And I feel like what Source is telling you here is that you can't take responsibility for other people in that way. They have to shoulder their own journey, because ultimately we have to shoulder our journey. And if we're trying to shoulder our journey and everyone else's journey, it's incredibly exhausting. And other people that are letting us do that are people who don't want to heal themselves, which means they're becoming an anchor in our journey, and they're dragging us down, right? Whether they're doing so knowingly or not, it doesn't matter. It's just that's still dragging us down. Look, and we have the 8th house. I can't make this up. Transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. So very clear. The message is very clear coming in here. Source is being very clear that this is something that is karmic related, but it's also about facing your fear with the South Node, letting go of something that was once very comfortable, even if it was uncomfortable. This is Source saying, like, we're done with being in those situations of being comfortably uncomfortable. Now we want to create situations where we're uncomfortable, maybe with change, but change for our better, for our highest good. We have Crow Spirit coming out with co-create with Spirit. So again, Source coming in saying, this is the message that I'm giving you. Now that you're in control, full control of your energy, this is the message that I'm giving you. I want to confirm what your intuition has been telling you out loud. This is something you needed to hear for a long time. This is something you needed confirmed. I cannot with you. We have White Raven Spirit on the bottom with 66 about balance. You might see 666 a lot. 666 is all about balance, resolution, letting go of illusions, seeing yourself through eyes of unconditional love, right? And trust in the magic here. This is something that is going to help you create magic in your life. Okay, this is going to bring a new sense of balance within your life. What else would you like to tell them today, Source? Now that they're in full control of their energy, what would you like to say? Illumination. We're trying to illuminate you to this. We're trying to bring in this clarity that you asked for. So this is definitely the answer to a prayer for you, it feels like. On the bottom we have caution, but you're in a cautious place, right? You needing to cleanse out your energy here with caution and cleanse together. It's okay to be cautious, but if it's cautious because of fear and not because of being sure, those are things to look at, right? Like if you're being cautious because you're afraid you're going to lose someone, or you're afraid that they'll never be in your life again, or you know, like, is there a fear here that I'm going to lose something and I'm never going to see them again, or I'm never going to have them in my life again, right? It's, if they're meant to be in your life, they will be, but holding on to them sometimes is more detrimental to ourselves than anything. Shadow period. Proceed with caution. So caution again. Yeah, this is a very difficult situation for you. Okay, this is something that is very, I've been cautious about this because this is incredibly difficult for me to do. This is something that's very difficult for me to let go. We have Aquarius underneath that. Fly your freak flag. It's okay to be different. And maybe that's why it's been so difficult, why you've been so cautious, is because people don't agree with you choosing yourself in this situation. Like, it's wrong for you to choose yourself, but it's not wrong for you to choose yourself. Okay, on the bottom, wisdom and play. Our intuition knows more than we do. Wow. Look at that. She has this blindfold on. She's pouring this cup into this other cup. Is it upside down? No, she's pouring it in there. It's falling in that cup, right? About balancing out this energy, but our intuition knows more than we do. So there's a reason why this is an intuitive message, okay? There's a reason why this is coming in. Our intuition knows more than we do, so we have to trust that sometimes. We have to trust that our intuition is trying to bring us to our highest good. Not everybody in the world has our best interests in mind or in heart, but Source and our guides and our higher self always have our highest good at the forefront. That's the only thing they're concerned about, is our highest good. And we question that sometimes because we think we might know better than what Source does, and that's okay. That's very human of us. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we have to just trust that things are going to work out in the way that they're meant to, as long as we truly focus on trusting our intuition. So on the bottom, we have seed with nurture, great growth, potential, and possibility. This is planting new seeds in your life. This is bringing you into a place of new potential. We have chaos and chat that flew out of the deck. Chat came out first. We have exchange information, disclose information, and inquire. So remember that you can chat with your guides at any time. You can chat with Source at any time, and they're always there to listen. But the situation in and of itself is, there's instability here, there's unrest, there's unpredictability, and there's corruption at play here. There's a lot of chaos in regards to this situation, and there's nothing here that you can do to fix this situation. This is other people's job to fix it for themselves, okay? So we have Squirrel Spirit with believe in yourself. It's okay for you to believe and trust in yourself right now. All right. Then we have Descendant. 2 is better than 1. Trusting in the bonds that you're building with Source here. This is a contract that will never end. And this is a contract that will always look out for you. But trusting that that's a thing. This is a deal that we made before we were born. And that's what I'm getting with this Descendant energy. Heart of Fortune, tap into your talents. We want you to focus on what brings you happiness, what brings you freedom, what brings you a feeling of fulfillment. That is the main thing here. Spendthrift, waste, debt, and gambling. So this could be the energy here that's coming in with this person or these people. There's a lot of waste, there's a lot of debt, there's a lot of gambling, and that could be gambling emotions, that could be gambling on people, that could be anything really. But there's just this spendthrift energy here. This could also talk about wasting energy, spending your energy, not caring about your time, okay? Because they've got other things going on. They've got their own agenda going on. And then we've got perspective. A calm, clear mind is free to see differently. Okay, so perspective. And we had the Hangman show up on the bottom of the deck along with the Magician. Okay, so seeing things differently here will help you. Remembering that it's not letting go because it's bad. It's letting go because there's something that maybe we're missing or that this person or these people have to go and do on their own. So we do have surprise here. And then we're going to check this out from the book. Opposition. Interesting that this would come out. Right? Again, blending of the opposites. But opposition is where things can be a struggle at times, right? But there's also potential for great reward as well. So 49. Opposition. It says concession, fairness, democracy, and neutrality. Okay, your nature spirits remind you that no one is entirely good or bad. Every person has their own version of reality, which may not necessarily agree with yours. Instead of arguing or feeling wronged by someone who refuses to see your point of view, open your mind and consider theirs. The perspective card. See the balance of light and shadow, rigidity and flexibility, receptivity and hostility in all people, including yourself. Although it's easy to feel indignant and defensive toward the ones who oppress you, the truth is that no one is trying to harm you. Instead, your detractor simply supports their own interests and priorities, which are different from yours. Rather than reacting emotionally with argument, attack, or invalidation, seek to understand your opponent instead. Be mindful not to be overly self-centered or self-protective. Be fair-minded and relax your stance. Recognize their humanity, and not just the part that opposes you. For example, what are your opponent's priorities? What are their needs? What might they fear in you? This standoff between you can be softened if you consider their motives as well as your own. Gain insight into your common interests. From there you can move ahead. Compromise. Let your higher self communicate with your opponent's higher self rather than antagonize their ego with combativeness. Allow your nature spirits to ease the tension between you. They will cool the hostile air and calm the ground underneath your feet so that you can both feel more stable and secure. There is an acceptable solution to this impasse if you ease your position and lighten your heart. Accept that your interests are no more or less important than those of the people around you. So the only way to achieve resolution is through understanding and compromise. So that's one way to go about this, is through understanding and compromise. But I also feel like Source is saying if this is something that you've already tried to do, then the next step is to really take it into serious consideration. What is the best course of action for you right now? Seeing things differently right now can very, very much help you through this process. It's not an easy thing that you're going through. This is something that's very challenging, but you're in control of your energy now. You have full control of yourself. No one else is in control of you. No one else can undermine you. No one else can make you feel any way that you don't want to feel. This is truly about you doing the best course of action for yourself and honoring that and trusting that that's right for you, okay? So this is what I see here for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little sun and the moon emoji down below and say, by blending the opposites of light and dark, I am able to see with eyes wide shut and feel through my intuition, knowing the highest path and course of action for myself. And if it resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box. It has everything you need, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member here on the channel. And with that being said, I want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this very deep message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.